Hey everybody, it's your girl Sherry, and welcome back to another episode of Alleged Actually Podcast. Today I am joined by my Bravo bestie Joey. Hey Joey.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Good. Lots and lots to cover here. So much is going on in the Bravo universe, and and Peacock too. So we got a lot to talk about. But real quick, guys, if you're new here, welcome. We do reality TV recaps and pop culture segments. If you're not new, welcome back. And if you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe. We're trying to get to our next goal of 6,000 subscribers. We're getting there, but look, if you enjoy the content, just go ahead and subscribe. Join the family. You won't be sorry. Give us a thumbs up, like the video, share it with the masses, and always, please, slide in. We love to hear from you. Send us your comments. All right, Joey. So tonight we're going to be doing a recap on The Valley. It is season 2, episode 14, called Making Up is Hard to Do. But guys, per usual, because there's so many shows out, and I always love to get Joey's feedback. I want to know, really, Joey, what did you think? We had the first part of Real Housewives of Atlanta's reunion. What were your thoughts? And I need to know, what was your favorite look and what was your least favorite look?
So the Atlanta reunion part 1, I thought it was like really good. I actually thought it was, better than like the entire season that we had, because I thought the season fell very flat.
Yeah.
But I thought it was good. I loved the fact that Britt wasn't there, because I don't want to see her anymore. I don't want to hear her anymore. We suffered through however many episodes. Like, it was really nice, and it was really nice to see them cohesive and together without her there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She would have been interjecting. She would have brought this like negativity, and I feel like the mood was lighter, even though they got into like some serious subjects. It was just better without her there.
I agree.
The best look, hands down, no doubt about it, was Portia. I feel that Portia always brings it. I thought she was.
That's the wrong one.
Oh my
there
God.
We go. Yes.
She was flawless.
Was she not? Look at that body. It is bodying, y'all. Goodness gracious.
But I always think she's flawless. Like, did you watch her when she was on Stars on Mars?
No.
Okay. She was so good. And if you get a chance to go back, it's a quick watch, I think. Like, Tom Schwartz was on it. Portia was on it. There's like some football players and like some singers and stuff. She was literally just like in like rags, like most of the time, like sweatshirts hanging out. And she still looked good. She can pull off anything.
She really can. She really can.
And my worst look, though, has got to be Phaedra. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, me neither. No, wrong one. There she is, guys. Look at that. It just looks so silly.
I just don't get it. The headpiece. At first, I thought they were earrings, but they weren't earrings. They're part of like the head thing. And then like where's like your shirt? It's just like these like pieces of like metal. I don't know. I don't know.
I know. And then like it's like her skirt's just like a little satin thing, just kind of a wrap around. It just looks so weird, cheap, just costumey. I don't know. I guess she tried to say she was trying to give Jab Jab the festival in Grenada, and she was giving no, ma'am. No. Mm-mm.
No, because I feel like more than her tried to give like the same idea and like pulled it off. Like, I didn't like love Drew, but Drew looked a lot better than Phaedra.
Oh yeah, she did. And that, and normally Phaedra's looks are pretty, together. Generally, I don't like everything she wears, but generally she has a good sense of style.
Yeah.
Drew, not always so much, but I'll give her, she did a little better this season. She, must have got a better style team. Unpopular opinion, I did not care for Shamia's dress. I did not love it.
I didn't care for it either. And again, though, I feel like normally she has like really good style. So I feel like, especially for like your first reunion, I really don't know what it was like. Puzzle pieces, like looking.
Yeah, I know it was a custom piece. You could tell it was very intricately put together. There's a little green in there, kind of leads, and I think she was giving like an homage back to Grenada. I just didn't think I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it came together. I didn't love that. And that's unpopular because a lot of people are like giving her a lot of props on that dress. I didn't love it. So sorry, guys.
I also didn't like the hair.
I didn't either. It didn't go with the look. It just wasn't a good cohesive look.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. Angela Oakley looked good though. Now
she looked so good.
She did. She did. She looked really good. And I don't want to be mean, y'all, but I also did not like Cynthia Bailey's look.
See, and I liked her look.
I don't feel like it was, I felt like it could have been tailored a little better on her or something. It just didn't.
When she came out, my first thought was, oh God, like that's so plain. But then I was like, maybe like less is more. I don't know. I mean, she really didn't like do it up with anything. Not like the makeup, not like the jewelry, not like, I mean, like she was very just like, here I am. And I don't know, I kind of like digged it, especially compared to like some of the other stuff. I don't know what my girl Kelly was doing.
Oh, it was too much. Kelly has done a lot in season period, but it was gaudy. It was too much. I mean, and she's a little woman, sometimes she needs to tone down. I mean, it makes her look almost cartoonish. It's not. Yeah, I love her over the topness. I think that's what makes her. But I think that she could have understated it a little bit more. She's cute, but she's a tiny little woman. All of that was unnecessary. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. All right, guys. Now that we've given you our fashion tips, I do want to also get Joey's thoughts on the premiere of Orange County.
I mean, I thought it was solid. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to survive another season of Tamra. I just, honestly, I can't believe that they brought her back. I can't believe she's learned nothing. She came in episode 1, the same miserable, vile human as she left. I don't get it. But you know what? I'm thrilled to see Jen back on my screen.
Yes.
Obviously, she really had a wonderful season like last season.
Amazing season.
I'm vibing with Gina, which I knew I said like last season. I couldn't believe I was saying that either. She's like really just like funny. I love that she's back with her man, Travis, living in the same house.
Mm-hmm.
Emily needs to go to a therapist. I don't know. I used to love Emily. Like, she was my favorite OC person. She was, like, funny and, like, lighthearted. I don't know who this person is and why she keeps, like, returning in this, like, angry mode. But she needs to do some, like, soul searching because it's, like, really bad.
It's really bad. It's hard for me to watch. My thing is, look, girl, you said what you said about Heather. You said it in front of your children. Children repeat what you say. Okay, stop making it. Has no business even being into this season. Like, let it go.
No, we addressed it like last season, and apparently you have nothing else going on. So this is what you have to like run with. And like, I'm sorry, like I don't think that Katie by any means is like a saint, but like leave the pro girl alone. This like mob mentality gang up on her. It's awful. Like it's ridiculous. And like I love Heather Dubrow, but Heather like miss poised and whatever. Don't associate yourself with Tamra. Don't stink down to like her like level. Like get it together, girl. Get it together.
That, and can we really go through another home selling, purchasing, restoring? I mean, girl, give us something else. We got you. We know you're loaded. We get that you are filthy rich. Ma'am, give me something else. I loved you. A season to redeem yourself would be great and be the sensible. I mean, pretentious is your thing. I get it, but God, it's getting old. I mean, really, people with that much money don't talk about it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, ew.
Yeah. That's why I can't wait for like the lie detector when they ask her, would you rather be a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills? Because she would. She would. I think that she would fit there better.
Agreed.
Beverly Hills has nothing going on for it, so might as well add her to the mix. I mean, like,
I think it would be a great addition. She'd fit in wonderfully over there. I think that she just seems ridiculous. Like, to believe that she would align herself with someone as ridiculous and low class as Tamara, it's hard to wrap your brain around.
It goes against her whole brand.
Definitely does. the whole Katie thing. Do I think Katie lies? Yes, I sure do. Do I think that she contacted those bloggers? Sure, she did. But I also think she had every right to get her lick back. The way they treated her on that reunion, Emily, you had that coming, and so did some of the rest of you. I don't care. And jury's still out, y'all. I don't know if I can survive another like Joey said, mob mentality gang up. It's so infuriating to watch, you know. I wondered, like, if we did a cash shakeup, would they act like that with the Portia? Would they act like that with the Dorinda? Would they act? No, they know who to pick on. It's so gross.
I would love to see Tamara try to come at Dorinda or Portia.
Listen, so would I. Or a Dolores. You know, Dolores would take it for a while.
Or like a Candace Dillard.
Amen. Eat them up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. I agree with that.
Yeah. So
they do. They pick out like the one that they think is weak. Plus, also, like, the blogger thing is like whatever, but like, can't we give her like a little grace? It was her first season, and like she said, like she was like being contacted, like maybe she didn't know how to like navigate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I do, because there is that. I mean, and look, she's new to it. People are reaching out to her. She's right. You know, they're complimentary. She's thinking these people are cool people. They're inviting her to stuff, rightfully so. If I'd have known, Katie, you would have got an invite to all of my stuff. I knew it was that easy.
Right. Now we know to go after like the newbies.
Yeah, for sure. Coming to a DM near you. All newbies, beware. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, every Real Housewife of Rhode Island.
True indeed. But yeah, y'all. So there's that. I mean, jury's still out. I'm definitely gonna be watching. So there's that. But all right. So we're gonna now, but watch till the end because I do want to do some Love Island talk too. But we're going to get into the Valley and then we'll wrap it up with some Love Island, guys. So just bear with us, okay? So guys, last night was episode 14 and we find out that the finale is going to be next week. So the Valley is about to wrap up.
But thank God we're getting a reunion this season.
Oh, you know what? It almost has to. There is so many layers to the season. And I'm still baffled because, you know, I read some of the feedback. There's still a lot of people that aren't watching the Valley. And I'm like, why, guys? Really?
I don't understand that. I don't understand. Like, sometimes I don't understand, like, the ratings in general. And I want to know more about, like, how like, they pull them. Are you pulling Peacock or are you only pulling cable? Like, I don't really know anyone that has cable. So, like, right. I don't know, like, where you're pulling this. But yet, like, oh, well, Beverly Hills does all these, like, numbers. Maybe because, like, the viewership of Beverly Hills is, like, a more mature viewership. True. And maybe they still have cable.
Yeah.
But, like, the Valley, like, let's be honest, no one's watching the Valley. You know what I mean? Like, that has cable for the most part. Like, you know.
Yeah. Because those that watch the Valley are Vanderpump Rules fans that have followed them off into the Valley. That's where it originates. And or if you're new, if you stumbled across it, then you're probably fairly new to Bravo or whatever. I mean, they have a different audience. Just like, you know, people aren't watching the new Gen X or NYC Gen, next gen. You know what? I didn't like it at first, but I'm slowly getting into it.
Everyone tells me to give it like another shot. I think I watched like 1.5 episodes and I turned it off. And I want to give it another shot because I really liked Ariana. I love Brooke.
She's so good on it. I'm so blown away that she is so mature.
I love Brooks. I just like couldn't stomach Charlie. And I was like, I can't sit here and like this is like the reason that people hate Gen Z. And like he embodies everything that everyone hates about Gen Z into like one person, and I was like, it's just like not for me.
He is, you know, pretty much the guy that they all target. Gia, you know, I like her some episodes, some I don't.
I hear it's not good.
It's not great. Riley, I'm surprised at a little, but I understand her pain. I think she's trying to find her way, and in the midst of that, to fit in with that group, you know, let's be clear, she comes from Atlanta. It's like a fish out of water, but she's trying to find her way. So there's been a little bit of a little over drinking, a little bit of Yeah, she's young. They all drink.
Happens to the best of us.
But I mean, it's not what you would expect after watching. But Riley's grown now, so it's just it's kind of cool to see them in these different stages in life. And she was on Watch What Happens Live with Candy. I don't think Candy is elated by everything she's seeing. No mother would be. But yeah, Riley is getting them drinks in, y'all. But she's holding her own, and that's a different group to be with. It's not easy for a multitude of reasons for her. So I get it. But it's worth giving a chance, guys, when you have some time and you want to binge a little something. Watch the kids. They're not bad, and you will love Ariana, I promise. And Brooks. And Riley. And I love Myra. Oh, I love her. And I cannot stand Ava Dash. Can't stand her. But anyway, that's a topic for another episode. Back to the valley. So, guys, it opens up with Michelle. They do their little montage like they do. The cute little quick open. She's opened up with Isabella. But why I wanted to note that is she's shown Isabella a picture from Hawaii of her dad and Aaron. And I'm just like, this woman is the epitome of let me shove my stupid choices down my daughter's throat. Enough already. I mean, was it sweet that Jesse could be mature enough to have some time where him and Aaron were getting along? Sure it is. Do you need to show your 4-year-old all that as if to prove something to her? No, because no one knows how that's going to turn out. Why are you doing all that? If it's going to work, it's going to naturally progress. So Michelle gets on my nerves.
She's on my nerves all the time. And I know, like political correctness, like we're not supposed to like Jesse. I love Jesse.
You know what? I feel Jesse. I mean, if you're watching it, and particularly if you've ever found yourself in the midst of a divorce or a breakup, you have to give that man some credit for the things that he's around and the restraint. He hasn't always used the best judgment, but the way that he advises Jax, there's some maturity there and there's some growth. The man's trying and he's winning me over. I mean, Michelle's just like, hey, in your face, don't care. I mean, literally no care at all. Maybe she shouldn't, but yeah, maybe she should. It's like I'm on with my life, so you deal with it. And you're a horrible person when he's trying so hard to keep it together. He's won me over, y'all. I feel for him. I really do. I think he handled himself really well this season. Y'all can slide in the comments and disagree, honey. We can talk about it, but that's my opinion. We got Zach and Benji unpacking and getting ready to do laundry. They're back, and then we see Jasmine getting ready to show Nia and Danny a house in Sherman Oaks. I didn't realize Jasmine was a real estate agent. Perhaps that went right past me.
Yeah, no, because me either. When she was doing the thermostat and blah blah, and I'm like, wait a minute, what is happening here? I feel like that went right over everyone's head.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it was just us.
Maybe. But she's showing them a house.
Well, she's not a very good real estate agent though, because she showed them this tiny home, and they're about to have 4 kids. What is she doing?
I know. I mean, really. And I thought perhaps, but she really wanted to sell the house, so she was really trying to sell. I'm like, girl, where are they going to put 4 children, or even the 3 that they have in this tiny little house, which, by the way, Danny says is 800 square feet less than the condo they currently have. And you're talking about, and they're like, well, this is how, which Danny's point was proven. That's how far $1 million will go in Sherman Oaks, which means you get you a little shack of a home.
Right. For $1.1 million.
Right.
Open the car doors in the driveway.
I know. I was like, wow. It was very cute for an individual or just a couple, but certainly not for a family that's gonna have 4 kids. I was like, Jasmine, girl.
Yeah, what a waste of a showing. What a waste of everyone's time.
Absolutely. And I mean, Nia wanted to work because she wants to stay closer in the area. However, this is proven Danny's point. He's like, we can get 4,200 square feet in Santa Clarita. And we come to find out later, honey, after I saw him watch What Happens Live, that's exactly what they ended up doing. So Danny won.
And I
Rightfully.
hear they have a huge house.
Yes, with the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So listen. At this point, they check in with Jasmine to see how she's doing post Hawaii, and she said that everything just kind of went left, and Nia's kind of at the point where she's like, yeah, with the person that shall be unnamed. She doesn't even want to say Janet's name, y'all, and I cannot say I blame her. Quick aside, before we even get further, we did not come on last week. I was sick, so we didn't do episode 13. Quick takeaway, that is when they have the big falling out on the ship, the cruise that they do on the last night. And Janet blatantly accuses Danny of actual SA. We can't say the full thing on YouTube. They will flag us. But those were her exact words. So much so that Kristen was so angry that Kristen was ready to throw hands, y'all. I have never loved her even more.
I love her so much.
Oh my goodness. Love her. It was the most heinous, disgusting thing. And I was talking to Joey, and I'm just like, she is the wife of an attorney. You would think Jason would be like, whoa, no, take that back. I just don't understand why at this point Nia and Danny just don't serve her. I mean, enough is enough. Mm-mm.
Yeah, plus, like, with something like that, like, how dare you speak on someone else's experience? It didn't happen to you. You have no right to say anything. Jasmine and Melissa are, like, moving along with it. Everyone's kumbaya. Like, girl, stay in your lane.
Amen. And it just, like I said, what really was so weird is her beef in that conversation was with Kristen. You're mad at Kristen, and yet here comes Nia and Danny as collateral damage again. It makes zero sense. Yes, Kristen stood up for them, and then that's how the little rumor got out that she didn't say about Jason taking his wedding ring off. But to take it this far, the only way that you can shut up someone that unreasonable and that ignorant is to slap them with a lawsuit. I sincerely would. She deserves it. She's working very hard for it.
She definitely deserves it.
Oh, God, yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, just like for me, I still can't get over that whole Alcoholics Anonymous thing, the Al-Anon slip.
Oh, my gosh,
like,
right?
I don't think that she'll ever, like, live that down. I don't think she ever should, like, live that down. I think that is, like, lawsuit worthy in, like, itself. She's just a horrible, horrible person.
Awful person, y'all. She is an awful person. And so I wanted to give y'all that background because this is why when Jasmine is talking with Nia and Danny, Nia doesn't even want to say her name at this point. She's just done. And Jasmine makes the same sentiment. Like, look, me and Melissa have moved past it. I really wish she would stop. Like she appreciates the support, but they're trying to move on. It's like it's not her fight to fight, and at this point, it's just ridiculous. And the thing is, they said that it's like she just keeps doubling down on it. Like there is never an apology. She just, even if I just, like I said, I think there's one last thing left to do, and that's to sue the woman. That's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then, y'all, we go over to Sheena's, and here comes the woman name we cannot unname. We have to say her name for the recap purposes. Otherwise, I wouldn't. But Janet comes over with the baby, and Michelle joins them, and they too talk about Hawaii. And Janet tells them the trip ended with Kristen saying she wanted to beat her ass. I wish she had us. And she said she brought Danny and Nia up, and that she did say something about how they were, how Jason and her. Oh, she was talking about how they were attacking Danny. And she said she did talk about the things he's done, but she's not making up rumors about him. And that, again, it didn't happen to her. It is rumors because you're putting sauce on it. That's not how it happened. He's apologized to women.
And it is rumors because you saw him take a sip of tequila when you guys were all partying at a vacation home.
Right.
And then turned him into a full-blown alcoholic and then compared him to a like drug user. Like, I don't understand. Like, her warped sense of like reality is like honestly very like concerning.
It is. It is. The fact that she can't connect the dots of where she had a part in any of this is actually scary to watch. It's like it's mind blowing. And then Michelle has the nerve to say, well, you know, it's not Kristen's responsibility. She's not the one with Danny. And just because you like a person, it doesn't make it okay. And Janet says, you know, she goes hard for them. I mean, somebody needs to. Anyway.
Right.
Sheena tells him how Kristen is the type that latches on to the popular girl and she doesn't care who she has to step on to get there. First of all, I cannot believe that Sheena, of all folks, would say that.
I know.
And latches on to the popular girl. Really?
It's very sad because I like always liked Sheena and I've always been like a Sheena like defender. But this like her being so far like lodged up Janet's like behind, it's just like so weird to me. And you're right. Of all people though, Sheena, she vied so hard in Vanderpump Rules to be part of those girls, that in crowd, Kristen, Katie, Stassi, to turn around now, like, number one, you're a guest on this show.
Yeah.
And second of all, like, don't forget where you came from, ma'am.
That part. That entire part. And since when did Kristen step on anybody? Her and Stassi, when you watch Vanderpump Rules, they were friends off the rip. I don't recall her jumping through hoops. They were friends. What is she? What are you talking about? You're the one that wanted to get in their group. They were. So I was like, girl,
Kristen worked for Lisa the longest. Like, I mean, like, Kristen was like the staple. Like, let's be honest.
I thought that was quite rich coming from her. I thought, wow.
I agree.
So Janet says with Nia and Daniel, she doesn't know where to go with all this, and it just sucks. She says if he is still drinking, she doesn't want to be super close. Girl, they don't want you. They don't want you either.
And stop talking about his drinking that is like non-existent. You think that they filmed for 3 months, and if we didn't see him completely turned up, being crazy, that Bravo wouldn't have chosen that footage to air?
Of course. I don't know. There is some sort of mental disorder that she has because I just don't see why did
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. I just don't see what the benefit is to her to keep going with this narrative when nothing has substantiated it. What the incident that she even speaks of, he's apologized profusely. The two that were actually involved have moved right on along. It just is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And so yeah.
But like, she really is insane because remember, so she was on Watch What Happens Live, and she, of course, like the polls and stuff were just like demolishing her, and she was like, well, okay, like they asked, like, do you think Danny has a drinking problem? And of course, it was like overwhelmingly like no, and she was like, all right, well, just like something along the lines of like, oh, well, keep watching, or you don't, or you think that like, yeah, blah blah. We're at the finale. I haven't seen it yet.
Nothing. And remember, we said early on when we were starting off on the recap, we were afraid that, okay, maybe something was coming out.
Yeah.
Nothing, y'all.
Nothing.
Literally nothing. This woman is insane, allegedly. Jesus.
I don't know. I feel like that's like facts.
That is facts. I mean, listen, we got lots of footage to prove it. That's, yeah. So, anyway, back over at the little tiny house, Nia said, obviously, they're not feeling good vibes from the one who shall remain unnamed. But she asked Danny how he was Jason. And Danny said, that's what really sucks the most is how, at the time, at that time, he never wanted to leave Maui so bad. He was so over it. And he says things have just gotten so toxic. And it's like every time Jason and him sort of make a step forward, Janet comes right back in and destroys everything, and they're right back to square one. It just...
Yeah, and I feel bad for him, but I mean, at this point, like, he has to cut his losses with that like brainwashed like soldier, because you're never gonna win when it comes to Jason and his wife. So
yeah, just cut your losses, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he has plenty of like other friends. They seem like a lovely couple that would have no issue making friends.
Absolutely,
gotta go.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. So basically, now we're back. We're over at Kristen's and Luke's, and they're talking fertility. They find out Luke had his sperm tested. It's normal. And so now Kristen is going to go back to focusing on her test that she has to do. I feel so, I'm so happy because we know how it ends up for her, but
right.
I just can't imagine. I've never had that struggle. How awful, because the testing and the procedures, some of it's very painful and it's frustrating. I mean, I really feel for her, and good for her for being so forthcoming with all of this, because I know it's going to help some other women, particularly that it all had a happy ending. So, but yeah, she's going to have to go back into testing and going through all those things. She never realized, she said, that it would be this difficult for her to conceive. Luke does bring up the thoughts of, if they couldn't conceive naturally or with the way that they're going, would she be open to surrogacy or adoption? She, of course, said she would, but, of course, she prefers to, do it the old-fashioned way. But she's open to all those things. And I just think it's sweet when he said, he kind of looked at the ring again and just said that, he asked Kristen, was she ready to be his forever? I love that. I love them together.
Love them together.
Completely love them. He knows what to say at the right time. He's so good at that. And she is for him too. They just complement each other so well.
I agree.
All right. So Jax shows up at their place with an orchid. And he comes in and he apologizes for blabbing it, or, in the guys group chat, and then, being so eager to text them. And Jack says he was finally talking to Brittany and it came out. And then when he had something he didn't want, he said something he didn't want to out her for telling him. But I mean, who else would have talked? Unless it had been Jesse or somebody in the group chat. But it was, of course, Brittany. I mean, she admitted that. And he said something like he didn't want to throw her under their bridge. And Kristen corrected him and said, no, you mean bus. He was like, bridge, bus, whatever. He didn't mean to. And then he tells them he's been going crazy because he hadn't seen his son in days.
I need him to stop saying that, because I honestly do not believe that he cares about his son. This has nothing to do with his son. This has to do with his reputation is bruised. It has to do with he losing control of Brittany. Like, he's a very controlling person. We've seen it for over a decade. Stop saying that.
I know.
And, like, does he forget, like, cameras are rolling. We see how, like, your son, like, responds to you, and it's not, like, loving.
It's not. He recoils. I mean, it's just kind of like, ugh, we do find out, though, and I don't remember whether it was not discussed on the show. It was discussed on the after show, that Brittany did do some testing and found out that Cruz was on the spectrum. And since then, they really do a lot of advocating and a lot of good work. I think that's great. I think that Brittany is a wonderful mother. And Jax really is weaponizing this whole, I can't see my son, she's keeping my son. It's just, it's sick. It really is.
But I know what I need to do to change in order to see him more and have it. But I refuse to do like those things. But I care so much about like my son. Like
right. Very,
dude.
very right.
He
Amen. Kristen tells him that he needs to practice patience, and they offer him some advice. One is which is maybe offering, like, if he comes to stay at Jax's house, he'd be willing to put cameras in there so that she can see. They're just giving him some ideas, and that was Luke's idea, just ideas that may help Brittany feel more comfortable with Cruz being able to stay at his house. Good luck with that. Jax says that he just wants them to get to a point where they can co-parent. Okay.
Something tells me Jax would be an awful co-parent.
Oh God, if he doesn't get his way, sure. No, I mean, it would be either he wants to call the shots or there is no co-parent, I don't know.
I'll tell you right now, I would chip my child so I would know where he was at all times. Because
definitely. No, most definitely. And I mean, and then the thing that everybody really needs to consider is the fact that she's looking at a man that hasn't changed a bit. So what about him, and if he ever stopped, but he can't because he's like a full-blown narcissist, but allegedly. But I mean, he's done nothing to improve himself. And so why would she hand her son to him to care for, on his own? She doesn't know who he's going to be around. She doesn't know when he could possibly lose his temper. There's multiple things. And as a mom, I don't blame her at all. He hasn't shown her anything. So what does he want? I mean, yeah. So, all right. So now we go back over at Kristen and Luke's, and they're having a photo shoot, which was cool. Now, what I didn't get, Joey, is what is this their company? What shoot were they shooting?
This is her. Remember her T-shirt line from like Vanderpump Rules? I forget what it's called.
She said it, but I didn't catch it in the notes. And so
because remember she did like photo shoots in Vanderpump Rules for it. She had like a party where she like released like new clothes. She had this T-shirt line for like a long, long time.
Okay. Well, I thought it was really cool. I mean, they had it styled. They had Brittany styled really nice to other models. So
apparently it does like really well.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. Who knew? I mean, I guess I knew and forgot. I don't know. But
James May, that's what it's called.
Okay, I did hear her say something with an M. Okay, James May. Okay, cool. So so they're doing a photo shoot, and Brittany is one of the models, so she went over to do her part, and she made the comment that normally it's her and Jax, but she's going solo this time. Okay. While she's there, she finds out that Jax is trying to get her ring verification code. Y'all, this man is relentless.
And he thinks that she's stupid.
No, I'm like, dang.
But is she not stupid, or is she stupid? Because she did give it to him, right?
She did.
I mean, we can't, Brittany, we can't help you.
Listen, in a confessional, she says, and I've mentioned this before, Brittany is triggering for me because I cannot stand watching women that act like, oh God, y'all, he won't leave me alone. But what you don't see is when she's by herself, she's texting him, she's calling him, she's entertaining him. And I can tell that it is starting to weigh on those that are closest to her. You can look at Zach's face because Zach knows her well enough to even look at her and can tell when it's like, girl, you're entertaining him again, aren't you? And so her damsel in distress act, it's not landing as well. I mean, Jax, it's hard. And I think that it's hard for her to get her footing because she has been so beat down, emotionally abused, controlled, all those things. So that's like almost like a battered women syndrome. And she's got to get help to get out of that. But she also has to stop playing this innocent. Oh my God, y'all, he won't leave me alone. Meanwhile, this girl always has a phone in her hand with something with Jax. I mean, if she's not texting Jax, she's looking for him. She's on his Instagram. I mean, girl.
I mean, you have a point.
He's pretty horrible. So I'm not excusing that. And again, I think it comes from years of, if that's all you know, that toxicity. I mean, maybe she even craves it sometimes. That's literally all she's known for 10 plus years. However, she has to take accountability. When you want to move on, you have to. And I think that this was when she was filming. Maybe now she's a little further along, but back then, because you'll hear her say when they get into their arguments, it's kind of like if he'd have done anything different, she would have hung in there. She's like, you haven't done one thing. You haven't shown me you this, that, and the third. It's not like she's the woman that's like, I don't care what you do. You went too far. I'm done with you. It's never that.
Right.
So,
I think she's there, like, you're right. I think she's there, like, now-ish.
Yeah.
But when filming was happening, definitely, yeah, a work in progress still, yeah.
Definitely. And I literally could tell that it's starting to weigh on the friend group. I think on both sides, even with Jax. I mean, you can just tell, like.
I'd be so annoyed listening to her.
Oh my gosh, Joey. It's like,
I mean, I'd be annoyed the fact that, like, we got here in the first place, right? Like, he gave you every reason not to marry him, every reason to not have a kid with this man. I mean, everyone, their mother basically told her, like, not to do it.
Yeah, and Joey, remember last season, she was begging him for another child.
Oh, God, you're right. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine?
Begging him, knowing all that she knows now. She knew, and she would say, I was protecting him. I don't know why. You knew all that, and you wanted to still bring yet another one. So, I mean, again, though, the victim sometimes, it becomes, it plays with your head. She needs some therapy. I'm assuming she's getting it. But, So they go on to talk about the confrontation between Kristen and Janet. Brittany throws in there that she had talked to Danny about his behavior and he apologized, so everyone should just move on. And Kristen said, exactly. So it has Jasmine and Melissa. But what really irritated me about this scene, instead of giving Kristen that support, she just hightails and gets ready to leave. She's out of there. She doesn't have those conversations where she's like, yeah, Janet is so wrong. I don't know what's wrong with her.
Because she would never. And here's my thing, right? You talked to Danny again. He apologized again. Like, what more do we need from this poor man? Like, leave this man alone.
Leave him alone.
And, like, turn all that aggression, questioning, blah, blah, onto Janet. Why she gets a free pass from these people, these women, I should really say, is unbelievable. Yeah. Like, Michelle, shame on you. Sheena, shame on you. Brittany, shame on you. Like, you know what I mean? If I was Nia, I wouldn't talk to any of these hosts.
I wouldn't either. I would not either. Honestly, it would be me and Kristen, and that's it, child. They would have to go. I couldn't do it. I would feel so betrayed and I'd be so turned off.
Yeah.
Like it's. I would be like, okay, so it's us today. What happens when she starts to target one of y'all because of something? I mean, like, I don't know. And what a shame. And Nia is consistent. And in the way that she has handled it with so much grace, I mean, she does, at least she stands up for herself. She stands up for Danny. But she just doesn't get the backing other than Kristen. So, yeah, Kristen was like the crazy protective friend. But the poor woman this group sits by and lets this woman say that. They should have all been, Jasmine and Melissa should have run over there and been like, no, ma'am, stop saying that. It's enough.
Yep.
No one's doing that. So, at any rate, y'all, Jesse goes to visit Jax at his new place with the 50 million stairs in his little bachelor pad. And they end up going up to the rooftop to talk. And he tells Jesse that he's found out that Brittany has been dating someone. And Jack says he just doesn't know how she's moving on so fast. And he asked Jesse if that's how he felt with Michelle.
Let me tell you about how I do not have an ounce of sympathy for Jax Taylor.
Zilch.
Like, it's almost like uncomfortable to like watch. Cause like, it's like week after week, like this, like, oh, I'm a victim. And it's like, you're not a victim. Like, you are so obviously like the protagonist in this whole situation. and you've been vile for 15 years, dude, that we've like known you. Like, it's just like, and stop comparing the Jesse and Michelle situation. It's not the same.
It's not. It's not. Jesse did not carry on the way that Jax did. I mean, heck, just before he even went into rehab, she found women's underwear, on cameras and now. And I just don't know how she can move on so fast. Well, how about you? Y'all weren't even separated. You was like, y'all were separated, but you had women in and out of there. What?
Yep.
But that's fine. How dare Brittany? So Jesse tries to give Jack some advice and tells him the thing you have to commit to is the closure and to be over the person and just be over Brittany the way he's over Michelle. And I'm thinking, no, Jesse.
I must have missed that episode.
Right, Jesse, baby, you're not over Michelle either. So let's don't do that. But maybe that's something that you two could work on together, like trying to get over your exes and maybe, continue in therapy. And yes, finding your closure, what have you. And Jax is like, I get it. It's just, I can't. It's just the fact that I have a son and like these men are going to be around my son. It would just be so much easier if we didn't have a child. I'm thinking. You had the same son when you were sleeping with those women in their house, in the house that your son lived in. You didn't have a problem with it then?
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
So he says he doesn't have any say, and it's hard because she calls all the shots. Again.
She's the only responsible parent.
Right. Right. So he's just ridiculous. He says, in this moment, he tells Jesse he feels like going and just getting blackout drunk. And Jesse's like, well, you could do that, but that's what people expect you to do. And so he says, no, he opts to go to the gym instead and be healthy. And then Jax asks how their divorce is going. And we find out that Jesse said it appears Michelle filled out the wrong paperwork. So that could mean they have to start the divorce process completely over.
We love that for them.
Don't we now? That's what we need. A drag out divorce so that we can talk about it on yet another season.
But I will say they're in much different places because Jesse was mature enough to say, the only person that's going to lose here is Isabella, which is a very mature statement to make. Like Jax would never think like that.
Oh God, no. He's incapable of it. Yeah.
Yes. Imagine if they went to court and the judge was a Bravo fan, and Jax is up there trying to plead his case, and this judge is like, you know what I mean,
yeah, contempt of court, throw him in jail. Yep. Oh God. So yeah, it just goes on confessional. Jax talks about how bad it is. Or no, I'm sorry. That was Jesse saying that it was bad. He was saying Ukraine and Russia had a better relationship than he did with Michelle. And he said the unfortunate part, like Joey said, was the person that's going to lose out the most is definitely Isabella. So at least like you said, Joey, he's mature enough to acknowledge that. And that's, I think, what's leading him to try to lean toward being mature, accepting that Aaron's going to be a part of their lives, and just trying to be mature for the sake of his daughter. And I think that is extremely admirable. Some men's egos, and he has an ego too, so it hasn't been an easy ride for him to get there.
Yeah. But again, not that I'm condoning him calling her a cheating whore and all of that stuff, but this last trip, he was really good. He was well behaved. Not that they got along, but everyone seemed to be kumbaya for as the most part, as far as their situation goes, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even him and Aaron, I don't want to say hanging out, but spending some awkward time together, but it wasn't yelling. It was kind of whatever, I was very impressed by him.
I was too. I
don't know. People might think I'm crazy, but I am. I'm a Jesse fan. I don't know what to say.
I mean, between the two, I'm definitely more Team Jessie than Michelle, honestly. And I mean, I'm a girl's girl, but I mean, I'm also not gonna rock with people when they're wrong. I don't like the way she's going about it, y'all. I just think it's just wrong on so many levels. I mean, moving on is one thing, but throwing it in someone's face, making them just I hate the way she's doing this. It's cruel to me. But,
Mm-hmm.
so Jesse tells Jax one of the things he's been dealing with this summer, aside from Michelle's boyfriend or her moving on, is his assets being frozen. And then we flash back to Michelle and Sheena talking, and Michelle tells Sheena that Jesse got a $300,000 loan and put it under his name in his personal account. But she said, of course, as his wife, that makes me liable for, half of that debt. And she said, I shouldn't have to be liable for thousands of dollars in debt. So um, Jesse tells him that and so then it goes back to Jesse, and he tells Jax that once you've been served, you can't make any changes to your financial situation. So it's like he's paying all this stuff. Real estate market is spiraling down, and he and Jax both agree they're really going through it. So from what I'm gathering, I guess Jesse must have secured that loan before any of the process went down or whatever. And probably the fact that she's afraid that, he's going to do something crazy that I guess he can't make any financial moves until things are settled. But I don't know if that's really freezing your assets other than, you can't sell off the house or I don't know. Yeah, I was like, not sure about that one. But anywho.
Me either. Plus, I don't know, like California law, like, Jax and Brittany were talking about it quickly like last night, which I'm sure like we'll get into, but I don't really know like the laws in California either compared to the rest of the country.
It's different. They say California is a 50-50 state, or according to Jax, and I want to say that possibly was true, because maybe that's why Kyle wasn't worried. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it very well could be. I'm not up on that, so yeah, I don't know. At any rate, y'all, Nia and Danny. So Danny asked how she's feeling, and Nia says she's feeling very unhappy with her body. And I know there's so many people out there like, boo-hoo, Nia, you're freaking gorgeous. But look, after you have children, and particularly twins, that does put a hurting on your body. Yes, I think she's stunning, and her gripes look crazy. But as a woman, if you're not happy with yourself, I mean, what are you gonna say?
But you don't think like it's a little like body dysmorphia? Like I don't think she like looks bad.
She looks amazing. No, it definitely is. But I was gonna say, despite that, I'm certain that pre-baby, she, there's certain things that happen to your body. When she mentioned the breast, when they had it blurred out, and yes, you can tell they're not as firm as I'm sure she may have had them at one point. They did sag. These are things that happen to your body when you have a baby. Unless, sometimes when you're really young, you snap back. But the more you have, the less snap you get, ladies. And I can't say, looking at her, I think she's absolutely stunning. There's not a thing wrong with her.
Stunning.
She is beautiful, but if she's not comfortable in her body, I can't hate.
No. Definitely not. If anything, it's not a hate thing. It's just like I just like feel sad for her that this is like her self-image. You know what I mean?
Whereas, I do too.
I look at her and I'm like, wow, she could probably turn me straight.
She's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
She is. She's stunning. She is absolutely stunning. But then you also have to remember being in the pageant world, being in that, your beauty brand. All of that plays into how she sees herself. And as hard as it is to even understand, just honestly, from a woman's perspective, I get it. Even though I was looking at her like, girl, switch bodies then. Give me yours and I'll give you mine. Listen. But I guess I get it. So she went to see a plastic surgeon just to kind of get an idea. She got her feelings hurt when he said that he made a comment that concerning her breast.
Oh,
Yeah, that about it was near the urgent
yeah.
level there. Yeah, and I thought, well, dang, he didn't have to say it like that. But I saw, like I said, they blurred it, but you could see that they kind of laid down. I saw, but honestly, those babies are so small. Honestly, it happens. I mean, to the best of us, girl. I mean, so a little mommy makeover, but suggestion is have your baby, and then after you sure you're done having them, then honey, get what you want done. Get your mommy makeover, snatch yourself up. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. If you can do it, do it. That's my opinion. Y'all slide in
And
the comments.
again, though, kudos is because here comes husband of like the year
Oh, he's
that
so
just like
great.
supports her no matter what.
He's so great. He said the right things too. I mean, just
All the right things.
all the right things, honey. All the right things.
You know, he thinks that she's perfect the way she is. She's so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. All like the things, but then was like, if you're not happy and this is what you want to do, here I am to support you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just unbelievable. When the rest of the cast is trashing him, you know what I mean? Here he is again, just being like the number one guy in the group.
Absolutely. No, real tea. Absolutely. I agree. He was amazing. Him and Luke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we go to the stupid tattoo shop. I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but I have to. It was
But
in
like,
the
does Bravo like not understand? Like, we don't want to see
Don't
Jason
care.
and Janet's scenes. We
No.
don't care about them.
We legit don't care, and it's so stupid. So to prove that the rumors are wrong and he doesn't take his ring off, I guess Jason has been now a man that doesn't even have tattoos lets them tattoo a ring on his finger. Now y'all,
It wasn't even a ring. It was a line.
it was a line where the ring was, and then hers
So
was
stupid.
damn near flesh colored, so you can't even see hers. She makes Jason get his in black. Y'all, it was the dumbest scene. I'm just gonna glaze over. They went to the tattoo shop and got some lines put on the fingers, so can't nobody say nothing because now he got a black line on his finger. Okay.
And
Like,
when things go south, there will be that line on like your finger. When you finally see what the rest of the world sees, Jason, that there'll be that line on like your finger.
that part. You have to camouflage it with something, put over dumbass. There you go.
Honest to God. But I will say, the best part about that scene was Janet talking about the internet, the comments, the fans.
Yeah.
Ironically, so she's very aware of it and then does nothing to fix herself.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. I mean,
just bizarre to me.
It is so bizarre. Them saying, why is Jason with her?
We don't know.
We really don't know. We so don't know.
If someone knows, please tell us.
Please, please, please. We're begging you. Please write it in the comments, honey, and make sure you make a detailed. I need details of why you believe that.
I'll take one bullet point at this part.
Anything, just give us something, y'all. We don't know. At any rate, they even show them on the screen. There's a barrage. I mean, y'all can go out there on anything and see. I mean, like I said, I've not read one good thing, not one supporter. And we asked y'all last time, we got nothing. So if there's one lone Janet supporter, please let us know. You can be anonymous, but you can listen. No judgment.
Literally like the one thing that the Bravoverse I feel like agrees on.
I agree.
That we hate Janet. I've seen that there's even some Tamara fans out there. There's some like Larsa fans. I mean, to each their own, but I have yet to see a single Janet fan.
Not one. When I've seen bashing posts, there's no one that comes back and defends her. I mean, I've looked. I'm trying to see. Which makes me wonder. She is on the list to come to BravoCon. I'm wondering, for her safety, should she go? I mean, honestly.
Well, I would love for her to have like that like Lisa Rinna moment where like they call her name and like the whole crowd just like boos.
It's gonna happen, Joey, because honestly, the fact that she's still I can't. I mean, it was so bad. I know you don't watch Southern Charm, but you had grown women chanting at Taylor from the season and calling her a whore. And people really get into these shows. Janet, girl, you better get you a bodyguard. I don't know.
I'm shocked that she's going.
I am really shocked that she's going. Really, really, really shocked. Unless we see some major revelation turnaround, something at the reunion, which I highly doubt. Good luck. Yeah, listen, I'll be there. I'm gonna be just like this.
You know what? Maybe she needs to hear it and get it in person. Maybe like the online comments aren't enough for her.
You know what? I even want to stand in line so I can ask her a question. I just want to I want to eat her up. I'll stand in line for that one. I will.
Maybe she's a glutton for punishment and pain.
Maybe she's just so happy to be a part of it because she is a fan. And she is. She is that she'll take what she can get.
She's mad about it.
Oh, mad, big mad. But yeah, you're a fan, and maybe you'll take the punishment just so that you can say you're a part of it. Child, I don't know. Craziness. But so anyway, even with that though, did you catch that she still pinned it on Kristen? It's Kristen's fault for calling me a fan, and now people are coming with it. Here she goes a freaking again. Anyway, okay. So now we're going to go back over to Luke and Kristen's. Nia stops by and she talks to Kristen a little bit more about what went on. And Kristen shares with her the issues, she's having with her fertility or whatever, or just her struggles or whatever. But Nia's like, look, I'm just excited for you to have a baby. She also tells her about Danny wanting a bigger house, that he's a provider, and so that, even though she kind of really wants to stay close by, Santa Clarita is only, I think she said however many miles, but she's like, that's like an hour away.
That LA traffic.
Shoot, I know. But there's that, there's sacrifices. And she talks about wanting the mommy makeover with Kristen and also wanting the baby. Kristen calmly tells her, listen, just have your baby. And then if you want to still do that, I think you're beautiful. But after you have the baby, you can have your mommy makeover. And she talks about how supportive Danny is, but Danny's over here with his washboard abs looking like a Greek god. And I'm like, girl, and you look like a Greek god. I know. He is.
That man is
fine. Yeah, he is. So, I guess that could also play in the fact that she doesn't feel like she's on her A game while he's still strutting around looking like, okay, fair.
Yeah, it's not helping her body image, no.
It's not. And I get it. But I loved what Kristen said, and she's like, you know what? I need you to be nicer to yourself. And she's like, I don't like the way you talk about my friend. And it was the way she said it.
Kristen Doty, the voice of reason again. Who would have ever thought?
Y'all? Really, her words were so comforting. It even made me think, oh.
I know.
She's very nurturing. And she's going to be a good mom.
She really is. And it's like the first time where I'm like, God, has she been an empath this whole time? And maybe it was just hidden under layers of drama and alcohol and I don't know, what else?
Maybe so. Maybe so. And maybe that was some of what made her appear so crazy was the fact that she cared so much. You know what I mean? She really loves Stassi. Where do they stand now? Do we know?
Stassi and her?
Are they good?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't ever see them speak of each other, or I don't see them in any pictures together, but I don't know. I don't know.
Neither.
Yeah, just wondering. Yeah. At any rate, now we are back over at Brittany's, y'all. This is, the start of the scene.
I feel like we continue to watch the same scenes over and over and over again.
And we do. It was more of the same. It's uncomfortable. It still, to me, seems like another thing where it's like, should we be watching this, guys? I feel. Yeah. It's so fresh. It's so raw for them that Brittany's reactions are completely understandable. And as stupid as Jax is, it all is because it's new and it's a lot, you know. But she's preparing for him to come over and see Cruz. But she was smart because she was going to have Jax, you know, play with him a little bit, and then she was going to have the nanny take Cruz to Sky Zone. Smart. So he comes in, Cruz is napping, he just kind of picks him up, and it's kind of like what you said, Joey. Cruz is kind of like, I mean, he was waking up from a nap. He's kind of looking at his dad like, really?
But it's every time.
I know. And Jackson's like, oh, hey, bud, hey, Stink, hey, Gun. And he's like, ugh, do I know you?
Yep.
So in confessional, Brittany says the only reason she's agreeing to meet with Jax is to set some boundaries and figure out how to co-parent Cruz. And she says that's the only reason she even wants to look at him. She gets really nervous anytime she's around him because she's still so angry with all that he's put her through, and rightfully so. And he casually then, how was Hawaii? And she was like, it was good. And him and his narcissistic self, no one asked, no one missed me. No one said anything. She was like, nobody said anything about you. No one said that they really wished I was there.
No one misses you. Like, what doesn't he understand? We don't like you.
No. I was like, here he goes. That man. Woo. And in confessional, he says Brittany has the upper hand. And he even says, like, you know, I don't want to get an attorney involved. And I don't know why they can't just go their separate ways. Do you know how stupid that sounds? How are they going to just go their separate ways? You got this woman in a home that's about to go into foreclosure. You clearly don't want to do anything for your son, but what you want to do. What?
Yep.
Anyway.
You guys got a business together. You
that
have
part.
Home together. You got and he's like, oh, can't we just like do it ourselves? What? Plus, no offense, you've given her no reason to trust a word you say. You've given her no reason to believe anything that you do is you're going to follow through on. Like, what?
Right? I was like, dude, blatantly lied to the woman. Oh no, you're gonna get the podcast money, and it's gonna take. Child, we saw that ourselves. Now, can you imagine? I mean,
right.
Yeah, it's a strong no, Jack. She needed the lawyer up, and I hope she had a good one. So when he goes to sit on the couch, he notices Brittany has gotten rid of all his pictures, as she should, and he was like, "Why'd you do that?"
It's her house. Don't you remember, dude? You moved out and got an apartment. Right.
Do you have big? I didn't see any big pictures of Brittany in his place. Did you?
No, I saw a hot mess. I mean, how long
a bunch of junk for? I know, right? I'm like, dude, get your house together. But she was like, look, I don't want to sit here and stare at pictures of you all day. Why would I do that? And he was like, so you can erase 10 years just like that? She was like, I didn't, you did.
Ooh, that was good, yeah.
That was really good and accurate. He said, he asked her if she really wanted the divorce. And she said,
but again, though, right? He's so used to her folding.
I know. And that's partly her. You know, you teach people how to treat you. And
right.
She's been his doormat for 10 years, and he just doesn't want to get off it. You know, he wants her to lay back down because he's ready to play house again. It doesn't feel good. It's ostracizing him from his group and his social life, and he's just gross. She was like, well, it's not like you've done one thing I've asked you to do. And then she asked him, how many Xanax has he taken before he came over there? I was like, dang, Brittany, you're outing him again. And he was like, oh, Brittany, I've taken enough of your slander. At this point, I can just lay down and just wave the white flag. You know, you've already slandered me enough. And she's like, I'm not slandering you. I'm saying things that are true. It's not slander whenever it's facts. I was like, dang, Brittany.
Because again, right? Like learned behavior. So he like learned I can do anything. She's going to lie for me, protect me, be there for me, come back to me, like whatever. So this person, like, I can understand though why he's like, what is happening right now? Because she's just 180ing on him. Like,
oh, she is. She is
throwing all his crap out. Like, no more protection there. No more doormat there. I mean, it's something.
It is. It is. That's a woman that's fed up. I mean, and then being in his presence. It's like, I guess when she's away from him, you know, she thinks of the what ifs, the possibilities. And when she sees him and his demeanor and the way that he's still so nonchalant. And so it just brings that anger right back out of her. And I mean, rightfully so. So she said, don't talk to her about Cruz because he's not going to his house anytime soon, because she doesn't trust that there are not nasty women in there and parties. And I'm like,
with his bachelor pad next to Schwartz, like they're 21 years old.
What is she supposed to think? Right. I mean, he literally reverts back to his old self. And then you've got, you know, Sandoval, or not Sandoval, Lord Jesus. I digress. And it's been a long day. Schwartz, not that one, the wrong Tom. But I wouldn't be surprised to see them hanging out at a place near you. But yeah, so what is she to think? I mean, he's over there with his buddy, Bachelor Pad City. And so she said it's taken her a long time, but she is done protecting him. And she really thought he was going to change, and she really thought she could be the one to change him. That is big mistake number one, ladies. You cannot, or men, you can't change. You cannot change your significant other. You cannot. If they want to change, they're going to have to do it on their own, and you may have to reside in the fact that what you see is simply just what you're going to get. So
it's a very good point.
Yeah, learn from her mistakes, guys, please. Really? I mean, so she said that after he got out of the facility, it took him less than 5 days to be back out to the bars and drinking. And she said that people were telling her that he was taking pictures, telling them to make his drink look like water when in fact it was vodka. And then Jack's like, well, whoa. I'm allowed to drink. I put myself in a mental health facility for mental health. I didn't go in there for drinking. I'm like, dude, you don't get it.
No, because again, when she talks and explains like what she like needs from him, in one ear, out the other, like
completely.
Yeah, it's honestly it's a skill, I guess, because I mean you have to work at not listening to someone like that hard.
You really do, or hearing what you want to hear. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't get it. In confessional, the producer asked Brittany, why did she feel the need to protect him so long? And she said, you know what? I don't know why. Maybe she just didn't want him to get in trouble, she said, because it wasn't like he was saying anything. So she felt like she shouldn't be saying anything. And she said she tried, and she said she knows that she tried and that she really loved that man. And I think there's not one of us that will disagree with that. She did try. She definitely loved him.
Why? The world may never know. But here
now
we are.
That part is what we struggle with. Yeah, it's the why. But we know you did. She said, how can you be there for someone that won't change for you and your son? But again, that goes back to what I said. A person has to want to change for themselves. Nobody, sadly, I mean, it's an age-old thing. You know, people don't do it even for their children. They've got to want to for themselves. So Brittany says it disgusted her, and that he discussed her, and he's just so gross. And Jax, at this point, he can't take the criticism, so he basically gets up to leave, and she's like, okay, bye. Slams the door. And then in his confessional, or when he's sitting there, he just says, I came over just to get some boundaries and to figure out what he can do with Cruz. And then she says he was acting very different when he was texting her. And Jack says, oh no, he hadn't left. I'm sorry. I jumped ahead. Before he left, he said, he's here to be a dad and he's good at it. He enjoys being a dad. And he also feels like Brittany's using Cruz to hurt him. Brittany says that he's a narcissist and he doesn't actually feel love. And she's like, you don't feel pain or hurt like she does. And she says she's gone through a lot more than he is right now. And he says she doesn't know that because she doesn't see him or see what he's going through at his house because it's like 10 years of his life, a decade, and she can throw it away. But he's not willing or he can't do that.
But again, it was a choice. For who knows how many years, she keeps expressing what she needs from you.
Yeah.
There's no change.
There's no change. No change. And, and I get the fact that it's not even like he's saying, Brittany, you were such a good woman to me. I messed it up. He's just, you don't really see him take any accountability for any of the things. There are blatant things that he could at least, there's the cheating, there's the, irrational behavior, there's the way he spoke to her and treated her. And not once, you have never heard him pinpoint and say, I feel bad for how I did this to you. Never.
No, I feel like he doesn't even say that to like his friends, not in front of them.
No, you'll hear them say, oh God, Brittany's heart is broken. Brittany's been through a lot. You will not even hear him acknowledge or even grasp onto anything that they even try to feed him. Like, well, Jax, that was kind of messed up. Oh, no. But did y'all see what she did? She did this. It's like, dude. So the part that really got me was he's trying to gaslight and say, look, I didn't come here to argue and fight with you. And, it's too, and she's like, he ruined their family. And he was like, look, all he wanted was to set some boundaries, see what does she want from him. And she said, look, I told you my boundaries. And I tell you what, I'll handle everything and I'll send you a bill for half of the doctor's bills. He was like, okay, then you don't get full custody. And dude, that is not for you to say. Let's see what a judge says. And she's like, I am getting full custody. And he says, well, then I'm not paying bills. I'm thinking. And she was like, well, what
again, not how that works.
That's not how that works. She's like, well, what do you think child support is, bro? And he was like, well, you make more than me. I'll go after you and get alimony. That's when I wanted to throw something at my TV. What a
There he is. There he is. The changed Jax Taylor.
There he is, y'all. The stand-up guy that just wants to be a good dad.
Yep.
Woo! Take more from the woman who you gave a foreclosed home to and ran stuff up, and now you want some alimony to boot.
Yep.
So has the nerve then to say, why are you trying to destroy the father of your son? And she's like, I'm not. He's like, you are. And she said, nope, it's not on me to take up for you anymore. Those days are over. He said, every time I come over here, you're so mean to me. You discard me. And she's like, I cannot let Cruz be anything like you, and you should feel the same way. And I'm like, mm-hmm.
And what did he say?
Oh, then he was like,
he said nothing in response to that. Like, what a huge statement that she made. And he said nothing.
Nothing. Literally nothing, y'all. It's just not registering, or he just doesn't want it to. So he says the arguing, yelling has to stop. And Brittany says that's why she wanted Cruz out of the house. But she knew it was going to get there. And she's like, you know what? I'm just so disgusted and mad that she tells him he doesn't even deserve her friendship. And he says every time they argue, they take 2 steps forward and then 20 steps back, that he loves his kid more than anything, but he doesn't know how much more of the arguing and bickering he can take. Wow.
My heart bleeds for him.
Doesn't it, though? And then he says again the whole, I can't believe you're throwing 10 years away. She says it hurts her that he says that she's the one that threw it away. He says he means how can she get over 10 years like that? And Brittany's like visibly upset and says, clearly I'm not over it. And in confessional, she says, no one wants Jax to be better more than she does, but he's let her down again and again and again for years. She no longer has faith or trust in him anymore. And then he goes, well, I'm a piece of shit human being. I get it, Brittany. And she says, look, I can barely look at you. And he's like, why? And she's like, because I can't, y'all. This is when he then leaves and slams the door. And that is how the episode ended. And, there's just not going to be any resolve. Next week, we have the finale. And we've got Michelle's Zen party. We're going to have a little bit more Janet versus Kristen. Some Jax versus Nia, which I don't understand that one.
Me either. I have absolutely no clue what that's about.
I don't get that one. We get some Zach versus Brittany, and I'm kind of glad because I'm ready for him to really give it to her. She's been a crappy friend.
Horrible friend.
An awful friend to him. Just awful. So yeah, y'all, you guys slide in the comments and let us know what you thought about the episode. Your thoughts on Vile Janet. Your thoughts on the last exchange between Brittany and Jax. I mean, it
was bad.
It was bad. It legit was bad. Now, before we close, I just want to get your thoughts. We're going to do a little Love Island USA talk. What did you think about the finale? Were you happy with the outcome?
I was, because I will say, in my opinion, I mean, this is a pretty generally accepted thing, but it was the worst season of Love Island USA we've ever had. I don't know. I mean, they need to overhaul everything for next season because you brought in this group of people. Everyone knew each other because they're a bunch of wannabe influencers. That's not Love Island. Mm-hmm. I want, Jane from Missouri that has 100 followers. You know what I mean? It just wasn't right. And I feel like we weren't even watching Love Island. It felt like Big Brother. It was a lot of scheming and conniving. Yeah, it was just really, really just an awful season. However, what came out of it was, I think, one of the best Islanders to ever do it, which was, our girl Amaya Papaya.
Papaya.
I'm so happy that she won. I believe that Brian's there for the right reasons. I hope that I'm right. I mean, he genuinely seems like a good dude. He was the one that showed interest and defended her at the fire pit before he knew that how America felt about her. Because after he knew after the America vote thing, whatever, all of a sudden, now Zach wants to apologize and blah blah. Zach, get off my screen.
I was so mad. I was like, if you don't get
but I'm so thrilled for her. The rest of it, I mean, I just don't know. I've been on Love Island UK, which is way better than USA. There's no playing Love Island across the pond. It's an actual like Love Island, and it's kept my interest way more than USA has. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out.
First ever. And fun fact.
Yeah,
fun fact. First ever American bombshell, and from my hometown.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know her. She's obviously way younger than.
But still, I mean, that's repping hometown. I mean, cool. That is really cool.
Yeah, you should definitely.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah,
I definitely will. Definitely will. So far, your recommendations have been spot on.
Thank you.
Yes. So yeah, I agree. I was very team Amaya Papaya. Brian grew on me at first. I thought he was opportunist a little bit. And that was simply because I would watch him say something and then kind of look off. And I'm like, is he lying? But no, honestly, I think what I really started to, I liked him anyway. Honestly, I did. He handles her so well. They're so good together. And when their families all met, I was like, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So, America, we got it right. Hated it for Taylor and Clark, but Taylor kind of did it to himself. But I hated that.
I know, but it was so unfair.
So unfair. When the episode when they became exclusive, which is the same night they got voted off. That's when I thought, okay, now we're playing games. This is not right. The whole point of it is for them to find love, and I was feeling the love, y'all, and then they got sent packing.
Right.
It was yeah. And the fact that they
it's the whole point of the game.
Right. And I know there's a lot of hood routes out there that love Huda, but let me just tell y'all, you do. She's so toxic.
You know what? I'll give you toxic, but you know what? Like, she's trying to learn. We did see some growth. I think that Chris gaslit her the whole way. I don't know if you saw, but his ex came on social media and really had like Huda's back and was like exactly what I saw. And she wasn't like one that was like looking for like fame or anything. It was like a little comment in the middle of this like long stream, and someone picked it up. She was like, that's exactly who he is. He's a gaslighter. Nothing's ever on him. He can walk away and shut down, blah, blah, but you show emotion, God forbid. Huda, great TV. I think Huda's going to get brand deals out the wazoo. Came out the most followed Islander of the season, even above like our winners.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not blind to her toxicity. Again, I'm a Teresa fan. I like her.
I wanted to, but then I would see another glimpse of like she could be a real major emasculator of a man. The way that she talked to Jeremiah, the way she talked to Chris, unacceptable.
That's fair.
And even the night when he kind of like gave her the cold shoulder, you got 3 seconds. Okay, well, if me not speaking to you the next morning is worth. I mean, it's just like, girl, come on now. Like, that's not how you get in healthy relationships. You don't talk to your man like that,
Totally fair.
Yeah, I was like, no. I mean, I get it. You're putting it on them under them sheets, but that does not give you the right to do all that. And she was a little extra on the baby challenge. It was just a lot. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, she was a lot.
She was a lot. It's just so unnecessary. It's like, girl, you don't have to flex like that. Let a man be a man. I mean, yeah, the shut up was a bit much, but you were worried. You were doing too much. It probably was just a reflex. Like,
it was a doll.
I know. It was so stupid. Everybody was having fun with it, and she wants to be dumb. I wanted to like her because she's from Raleigh, North Carolina, y'all. It's like literally up to like an hour and a half away from my home. But I'll stick with Charlotte and Clark. But you guys, let us know what you thought of Love Island. Did you agree with Joey? Kind of worst season ever? If not, let us know what you thought. Who were your faves? Did you think it was right to have Taylor and Clark say goodbye right when they were just about to really, and it looks like they're going to stay together too. I think that's really cool. Looks like it. We'll see. And then the Nick and Alandria thing, as much as I did like them together, they were like staying on there. So it was like, y'all, 2 things can be true. You can like them, but let them go on home because they do not have a connection.
No, but so Amaya was on the Call Her Daddy podcast today, and when asked, who do you think besides you and Brian, who will make it out of the villa, she said Nick and Alandria.
Did she?
Yeah, which really caught me by surprise.
Now, because Amaya, she's very in tune. She's good. So if she says it, she saw something.
Yeah, and I don't know if she was taking it as just like the finalists or not, but like, I mean, like, I there's definitely people I would have said before them. Like, I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe we didn't see it all because again, it's an edited show. Who
That's
knows?
true.
We get an hour for every 30 hours or whatever. So who knows?
You're right. And I mean, I've seen the pictures of them that she went to Florida with him. I mean, they're still hanging out. So yeah.
With Taylor and Clark, which is so weird.
I know. I gotta give it to Clark though. Clark is a girl's girl. I mean, like she held her own really well because Alandra really tried it with that test comment.
Not only a girl's girl, but what like a class act.
Classy.
She never once in there raised her voice, popped an attitude, like nothing.
Best attitude ever. I mean, really, really a class act. So
America put that poor girl at the bottom for all those votes, and she took it like a champ.
She really did. She really did. So yeah, I mean, listen, if they work out, I hope they do because I mean, I think she's a good one, or she finds somebody better, honey. But I don't know. Taylor with her was more likable. So
yeah.
Never know. Stranger things have happened. Anyway, guys, thank you so much as always for tuning in. Please, y'all, slide in the comments and let us know what you thought about the Valley, Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 1, Love Island, Orange County. Let us know your thoughts, and we will see you back next week. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.